Jennifer, thanks for being with us. You hear a lot from the Biden administration about equity for transgenders, for women in American society. But with the sudden takeover of Afghanistan, we're not hearing much about protecting the rights of women there. Why is Washington silent on that?
Well, that's right. It seems as though women only matter every 4 years, or when the left is using us as a political pawn against someone they disagree with, say like Brett Kavanaugh. All of a sudden, women and what we have to say matters. In this instance, in Afghanistan, our president has failed to honor his commitments. He has failed to live up to the standard he says that he is going to help and take care of women. And now you see the devastation this is going to take on the 18 million Afghan women and girls that once lived under our aegis, that lived free because of the Americans, are now going to become victims because of the decision of the Biden administration. And sadly, even our own president in the United States is not showing the care and concern for women and girls. And by the way, where is our female vice president? This was supposed to be some watershed moment for women and girls around the world. She's the most, ostensibly the most powerful woman in the world. Where is she? Where is her words? Where are her actions? Where is she to advocate on women's behalf? She's not there.
Let's talk some specifics here and remind people who don't remember from 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I do because I've covered it for 40 years, Afghanistan. Shabana Basij Rafiq, the founder of a girls' school in Afghanistan, along with 250 students and staff, have fled the country. And Ms. Rafiq remembers how she was treated by the Taliban 25 years ago when she was a young school-age girl. So to protect her students, she destroyed all the records identifying them. So what would likely have happened to these girls and others if she hadn't done that? What does the future hold for them, female students in Afghanistan?
As we as Americans understand the future, there is not one for these women and girls. If you see the headlines today, the Taliban is saying women should stay inside, girls should stay inside, that the soldiers are not, quote, trained to respect or treat women well. And let's be really clear, if we're looking at the history of the Taliban, and we really can't look at anything else, this is not going to change. Things are not going to get better for these women. And the average age of women in Afghanistan is 19 and a half years old. These are young girls. They lived almost all their lives under the aegis of the United States. They lived free. They were being educated. And all that is being taken from them because of President Biden failure to plan, to think of what would happen to these women, to have in any way adequately prepared our nation or the Afghans for what he was about to do. This is one of the greatest and most catastrophic military maneuvers in the modern era. I honestly can't think of one. It makes Dunkirk look successful.
And last fall, Afghanistan was given a seat on the UN Commission on the Status of Women. The term starts this year. It ends in 4 years. Should that decision be reversed? What do you think?
Look, I do not take seriously the Human Rights Watch and others that come out from the United Nations. In 2020, they issued a report on the United States that accused the Trump administration of human rights abuses due to our foreign policy, due to the fact that he was meeting with North Korea and South Korea at the same time. And continued to point out policies that actually brought about greater peace and brought about calm and stability in the world, whether you liked it or not, as to where today we're seeing a catastrophe unfold. And where was the Human Rights Watch before this happened? Why aren't we really addressing human rights abuses on groups like the Taliban? Why aren't they more vigorous on that, or putting on equal footing a country like the United States just because they don't agree with the administration and pretending somehow that the Trump administration was harmful to women or girls because they don't like our healthcare policies?
Okay, Jennifer Stefano, Republican strategist, fellow of the Independent Women's Forum. Thank you for providing those insights. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.